Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to the Overcomer podcast. If you do not know me, my name is Paula. I am a certified life coach, speaker, author, and founder of Beautifully Made, and welcome back. So for this topic, we're going to be talking about tips for building confidence. And I just want to say that I am so amazed how far God has brought me, because for those of you who know my story, you know that I spent many years on this roller coaster of depression and suicidal thoughts and low self-esteem. And I'm just so amazed and so grateful that I'm in this space to be able to share these tips with you. And before we jump into it, I just want you to know, listen, I am not perfect, okay? We are all growing and evolving, and that is, that's just a part of the journey, right? Nobody ever just wakes up and you just arrive and everything is just so perfect and just so great. And so I just want to encourage you that yes, I'm giving you tips, but it doesn't mean that I am perfect. It doesn't mean that every day, all day, I just have it all together, all right? But God has really taught me so much, and I'm in such a different place, and I'm on the other side walking in freedom in God. And so I think it's important to share with you the things that I've learned, all right? So first things first, let's jump in. The first tip is know who you are in God. Know who you are in God. Listen, I want to tell you this if nobody's ever told you this. Lean in, okay? Lean in, all right? There is nobody like you. There is nobody like you walking in the earth. There's nobody like you that has ever walked in the earth. There will be no one like you. How do I know? Because God tells us in his word that we are fearfully and wonderfully made. God talks about the fact that he knew us before we were even in our mother's womb. God knows every hair on our head. God knows everything about us. God knows the depths of our soul. God knows the things that we don't even speak out of our mouths. He knows everything about you. You are uniquely made. Listen, you are one of a kind. You are a masterpiece. There is nobody in the earth like you. I don't care if you're in the room full of people that have PhDs. I don't care if you're in the room full of people that makes billions and trillions of dollars. I don't care if you're in the room full of kings and queens. Honey, let me tell you something. You are one of a kind. Nobody is like you in that room. Can't nobody do what you can do. What God has put inside of you, you can fulfill that. And so I just want you right now to just embrace that. Embrace the fact that you're one of a kind. Embrace the fact that you're a masterpiece. Embrace the fact that you're uniquely made. Embrace the fact that you are beautiful. Embrace the fact that you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Embrace who God says that you are. Because let me tell you, that's the only thing that matters. That's the only thing that matters. I don't care if somebody told you that you'll never be nothing. Some of you, there are people that have spoken curses over your life. For some of you, there are people that have been so negative and they just have said some horrible things to you. There are people that have tried to tear you down with their words, but I come right now to break every curse over your life. I speak against every negative thought that you have about yourself, and I decree and declare that you are having a shift in your perspective, that no longer will you see yourself through the eyes of other people, but you'll begin to see yourself through the eyes of God. That is where God wants you to be. That is where God desires for you to be, where you see yourself through his eyes, not the eyes of people. And this kind of takes us into our second point. Throw away the standards of society. Throw them away. Throw them away. Listen, we can turn on a television show right now. We can turn on a movie. We can open up a magazine. We can get on social media, and we are bombarded with so many images of what a woman is supposed to be, what we're supposed to look like, how we're supposed to dress. Let me tell you something. Throw away the standards of society, because it will have you bouncing back and forth and up and down, trying to be who other people say that you're supposed to be. Listen, you are who God created you to be. Embrace that woman. Look in the mirror and see that woman. See that special creation that God took his time on. Listen, God took his time to create you. He didn't just throw you together. No, he took his time on you. And because you are still here, God has purpose for you. But it's hard to see that, and it's hard to strive towards that if you are so blinded by the standards of society. It's hard to see who you are when there's a cloud filled with who everybody says you should be, covering your eyes. Throw away the standards of society. Stop worrying about what other people have to think and their opinion about you. Who does God say that you are? Who does God say that you are? That's who God says that you are. That is who you walk in day after day. Number three, embrace your flaws and all. Listen, we all have things that we would want to change, right? I go to the gym and I want to tone up my body and, all that type of stuff. And I enjoy working out. I really do. It's self-care for me. It's my chance to just kind of put on my headphones, zone out, and do my thing, right? But I have to be careful, because there have been times where I've become obsessed with wanting these changes in my body and wanting to see these changes and feeling like, oh, I'm not seeing anything happening. And my perspective was shifting, and working out was no longer a self-care thing. It was becoming an obsessive thing, because I was looking at my flaws and the things that I think are flaws and the things that I would love to change about myself. And so I just want you to understand that we have to embrace our flaws, that when God looks at us, he doesn't look at us and see imperfections and different things. No, God looks at us and says, that is my creation. Yep, I created her. Sure did. I did that. Okay. And so that's what God says when he looks at us. So we have to learn how to embrace our flaws. Okay. Embrace your flaws. Number 4, be intentional about accomplishing your goals and your overall purpose. Be intentional about that. As you continue to discover more and more about your purpose, and God, reveals that, and you begin walking that thing out and accomplishing goals and doing different things, it does something for you. It really does build your confidence. I recently made a decision that I'm going to start posting twice a week on my channel and my podcast. There's no reason why I can't. So let's do it, right? And it does something for me every time I sit down and record a video, every time somebody comments on one of my videos, as I'm moving forward and creating partnerships in my community, and I'm getting opportunities to speak to the young women in my community and to impact them through the things that God has given me. Like, it does something for me. It boosts my confidence, and I feel like, man, I am in my lane. Like, okay, like, this is great. And so I just want you to be intentional about accomplishing your goals. What are your goals, right? We have a little bit less than 3 months left in 2021. What are your goals? What are you looking to accomplish for the remainder of this year, going into 2022, right? What has God been revealing to you about your purpose? Begin to walk those things out. Begin to do those things. Take action, right? Stop just sitting there and thinking that, oh, well, nobody wants to hear me. Nobody is going to listen to me. I don't really matter in this world that is so saturated with so many gifts and everything. Listen, don't worry about all of that. I've been there. I've said those things to myself too. And to be honest, sometimes I still have those type of thoughts, but I still have to Put my phone on this tripod, turn on this ring light, get in this chair and record. Why? Because God has put something in me that only I can fulfill. And I don't want to waste my time and then God skip over me. And so I'm going to do what I have to do and push past every thought that would try to stop me and block me and distract me. So work towards accomplishing your goals. And the last tip is find your voice. Find your voice. Who are you? Who are you? What has God put in you that needs to be shared with the world? Listen, there are so many women that are well known for their ministry. And I have had to fight against those thoughts that I say to myself that, it's social media and the times right now are just so saturated with women who are ministering to women. And so, I'm kind of competing against so many and, how can I compete against them? And it's like, wait a minute, it's not a competition. It's not a competition. I have my own lane. I have my own lane. I have my own purpose. Nobody can do it like me. There are going to be people that I reach that other women cannot reach. Not because there's something wrong with them, not because what they have to offer is not good, but there are people that God has already ordained and predestined for me to reach. And so you have to find your voice, find your lane and run in it. Find your lane and run in it. And don't be afraid. When God gives you instruction to open up your mouth and speak, just do it. Know that it's not in your own strength, it's not in your own might, that God will give you every word to speak. That God will guide you in this. It's not about you being perfect. It's about you having a willing heart. It's not about you having it all together. It's about you saying, you know what, Lord, here I am. I'm your vessel. What do you want to do? Here I am. I'm here. I surrender. My life is not my own. It belongs to you, God. So use me the way that you desire to use me. All right. So I hope that these tips for building confidence encourage you. Listen, know who you are. Know who you are. Throw away the standards of society. Stop trying to live based on who society says that you should be. Embrace your flaws and all. Be intentional about accomplishing your goals and your purpose, and find your voice. Find your lane and run in it. All right. Thank you all so much for watching, for listening. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you share this, and I will talk to you all in the next one. Bye.